Hey guys, it's Jeremy here with the Guillette Group, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. I had a question come up last week from one of the customers I was working with, and he said, what's it like owning a Tesla in Southwest Florida? So typically we're talking about real estate on this channel, but we do talk about everything else Southwest Florida. And knowing how many people are moving here from out of state, coming from places like California, Chicago, really any high tax state, but a lot of people actually have Teslas. So I actually thought, it's probably an appropriate topic. If you have any questions, just put them in the comments below. Certainly call us, email us, text us. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Well, we're here in downtown Naples. This is 5th Avenue, and this is really the street that people think of when they come down to dine, come down to shop, or just generally hang out. It's a really neat street that is just littered with restaurants. In fact, I was thinking about this while I was driving through here, but you could probably eat out here every night for, I'm guessing, maybe 3 weeks, maybe longer, before you'd ever have to eat at the same restaurant again on the street. So lots of great shopping, lots to do here. There's actually live music many nights. In the winter months around Christmas time and the holidays, the lamps actually blow bubbles down in downtown Naples, so it's kind of fun. It looks like snow, and it's just soap bubbles. So the kids love it. It's great memories and pictures for when the family's down. Super fun. So anyways, owning a Tesla in Southwest Florida, what is it like? Well, the questions that I get, and most often I get them when I'm actually at the Supercharger, is how long does it take to charge as opposed to just getting gas? And I would just say it depends. So my car's older. It's a 2014 Model S. It's coming up on 7 years old, and the cooling system in my car isn't as advanced as the newer generations, but it's still not bad. It takes about an hour to charge my car, and while that sounds like a long time, the Superchargers are only located in areas with restaurants and shopping and things to do. So it's really not a big deal. You basically go park the car, everything communicates to the app on your phone. You know when the char is getting close to being completed. So, you finish your last beer, you finish your taco, whatever you're doing, you head out of Target and you make your way back to the car. No big deal. So how long does it take at home? Well, I have a home charger, and the charger that I have, and I think it's probably standard for most people, it charges my car at 36 miles per hour. So my car, you might ask as the next question, is how much can it hold? So when the car was brand new back in 2014, it could do, or it would hold basically 267 miles on one charge. If I fully charge my car now, I get about 250. So 7 years later, I'm down about 17 miles. That's not a lot of degradation. I think that speaks to the quality of the cooling system that are in these cars. Now, having said that, the newer cars, they can charge, frankly, quite a bit faster. So we just turned on Gulf Shore. I'm doing a little bit of a hyperlapse. We're going to go into Loudermilk Park, and then I'll walk towards the beach so you can kind of see the water. This is the draw. This is why everybody's here. So back to charging. There's 3 Superchargers in the Fort Myers, Naples area. That's plenty. People always ask me, are you worried about running out of charge? No, frankly, I'm not worried, because I have 3 Superchargers that I can choose from when I'm out and about. And I can always charge at home. And in addition to just the Superchargers, there are tons of destination chargers in this area because of the number of hotels and oftentimes even restaurants that, they offer charging for their customers. So you really don't have to worry about it. I think I was talking about the range in my car. So again, started at 267 in 2014. I can get about 250 now on a full charge. I charge to 90%. I've read many times that it's better to charge between 80 and 90% versus fully charging your car. At 90%, I get about 225 miles. I can tell you that just around town, I have never had a concern with taking the car out. I'm a realtor, as you guys know. I'm out, most days. We put a bunch of miles on the car, and it's been great. I don't have a lot of issues. There's not a lot of moving parts. Well, with respect to an engine, there's no fluids. There's no transmission. I mean, it's all direct drive. It's really been wonderful. So This was kind of fun, that little mermaid sign. It just asked people to keep a mermaid's distance apart because, of course, it's still COVID here. And it's actually kind of a chilly day, frankly, for us. It's kind of mid to late December here. And I think when I got to the beach today, it was 60 degrees. So most of the Floridians you'll see are totally bundled up, but it was actually really pleasant and a nice break from some of the heat that we have. You can see, though, it's kind of a neat park. They got little cabanas just stretched out. If I look to the right here a little bit, which I think I do in a minute, you'll actually see some of the cabanas. It's just powdery sand. You know, it's a lot of it is brought in every couple of years, but the beaches are amazing here, and it's a big part of the draw. All right, folks, so I just wanted to do a little bit of a video. I'm going to show you here what the chargers are available, you know, in the Naples-Fort Myers area. So there's one Supercharger here, and you can see there's 6 of 8 stalls available. If I zoom out a little bit, you'll see this. So we're down in Naples. If we come up a little bit, there's a Supercharger here at Gulf Coast Town Center, and there's 4 of 8 available. And if you look just a little bit further up here on Colonial, there's 12 stalls available of 14. This has been my experience pretty much any time I've looked. If I wanted to get on a Supercharger, I could. You know, I've seen the videos in LA and some other places where there's just so many Teslas and so few Superchargers that sometimes you have to wait in line. I've never, and I've been doing this for quite a few months now, never had to wait in line to get on a Supercharger. So that's that. Maybe a couple other things to show. If I zoom out quite a bit further, Southwest Florida is, you know, it's a peninsula, so obviously we're pretty remote. As you leave the area, you can see there's Superchargers as you go up to Sarasota, you know, going up towards the Tampa route, or if you're going to come down here over towards Miami, you've got one crossing Alligator Alley, and this is actually kind of cool. This is one of the new V3 Superchargers. So there's 12 stalls. Currently there's 10 available, but these charge at up to 250 kilowatts. So certainly a lot faster. You know, if you look at, I typically charge here. I don't live too far from Gulf Coast. You can see there the 125 kilowatts. So if you've got one of the newer Teslas, you can really take advantage of that that rest area going across Alligator Alley. You can charge, you can put quite a bit back into the battery here. So anyways, that's it. I hope that was helpful. Okay, so this is the first one, as I said, we're going to look at. This is the Naples Supercharger station. It's located at the Bayfront shops. And you're going to see this really with all the locations in Southwest Florida. I have pulled up, this is what you can pull straight off the Tesla website, so you can see there's a list of restaurants and if they have Wi-Fi. I don't think this stuff gets updated too frequently, and maybe it's because COVID. When I was looking at some of the lists, and I'll pause here for a second, so you can see there's 8 banks here just on the northern end of the parking garage. So as I was saying, so when I look at some of the information on the Tesla website, a lot of the businesses that are listed at the super stations or at the charging stations, some of them have closed, unfortunately, just because of COVID. But you'll see, like, this is the Bayfront shops. It is kind of a mixed use. So it's commercial on the ground floor and then residential above. It's kind of a neat area. It's super close to downtown. But there's a lot of restaurants in here, and you'll see it's kind of grand here at the end. There's a really nice fountain. And then there's like a gazebo style tiki bar, I guess I would call it, that looks over the bay. There's a marina here. There's 2 different boat clubs. So it's kind of a neat place to come. I mean, if you do want to come and charge, there's the tavern on the bay, which is really quite neat. It's got outdoor seating looking over this little bay. And then, of course, there's that cabana now there where you can go out and have, you know, a drink or snack as well. We used to be part of a boat club that actually docked here. And there's a little cafe here, I think it's called EJ's. It has really great breakfast foods. So you can always find something to do at the charging stations, whether it be dining, shopping, just walking around, taking in a nice view. In fact, while I was here, this plane was coming in to land at the small private Naples airfield. So that was Naples Bayfront. We're here in downtown Fort Myers. You can see it's totally different with the brick streets It runs along the river in Fort Myers. But anyways, we're making our way over to the Danny Street Supercharger. It's in the north part of Fort Myers, still on the southern part of the river. And you'll see, I'm just going to do a quick time warp because it's going to look just like the next plaza. So I put the information up here, a couple shots of the car, but more importantly, we're going to spend more time talking about Gulf Coast Town Center and a better drive through there because they look very similar. So we're now just off of Alico Road and we're heading into the Gulf Coast Town Center. This is actually the charging station that I use the most because it's just close to my house. This is like the other two that I've shown you, very similar in the sense that there's just tons to do. So again, people always worry about how long does it take to charge and how long do I have to sit there? But here's my recommendation. Instead of putting $20, $30 into the gas pump, head over to one of the superchargers in your Tesla and put it somewhere else. I mean, it's really great to think that instead of buying, gas, you're going to go, I don't know, maybe have a beer somewhere and meet a neighbor, meet a new friend. You're going to go walk around and get some vitamin D because, we're fortunate. There's always sunshine here. You may go just meet some people. These are active areas. You're going to find that Gulf Coast Town Center is broken up into a series of villages, they call it. So in between all the villages, there's some common areas. And the one that we're approaching now has like a kids play area. There are swings. The next one over is like a concert venue because they do live music. Well, hopefully again, once we get past COVID. In front of us is the Keys Bar and Grill. It's actually a dueling piano bar. It's super fun. Unfortunately, that corner building there used to be Aurelio's Pizza, but COVID took its toll there, which is too bad because it was one of our favorite pizzas from the south side of Chicago. It had a little bit of a sweeter sauce. So there are more Aurelios here, thankfully. There's still one in Naples. There might even still be one in Fort Myers. I don't recall further north. But you'll see here on the right is the charging station. So there's 8 stalls here. Again, this is where I normally charge. So if you see me here, please wave. So as always, please, if you have any questions, leave me a comment, call me, text me, email me. I'll personally respond as soon as I can. This last clip is just like a time warp throughout the Gulf Coast Town Center, and you're going to see there is tons of stuff to do, whether it be walking, shopping, eating, dining, drinking, going to the movies when they reopen, you name it. It is here for you. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
Woo!